This is Jacqueline. Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Just look like it's trying to be some technical difficulties, and y'all just want to make sure. And I want you to realize this: as we grow, there will never be, not one day, it would have to be a dire emergency that you won't hear from me. Every single day, I record this podcast. We are growing. This is a daily journey, day by day. Look, some people got it so, they don't have to take it day by day. They just go ahead and go with life's flow. But I know me. I need to take it day by day. See, I need to take my time. I need to see. I need to not let the days just go by in a blur. No, I can't have that. So I want to tell you today about the Uber driver. This is part 2 of the Uber driver. Beautiful, beautiful day. That's why I'm recording so late, because it was such a beautiful day for our child. We let our child guide us today, and we took her out to the zoo, and that's where she wanted to go today. We took her out to the zoo. Our child completely guided us today, completely led us, and let us know exactly who she was growing to be. No matter what you think, no matter what you say. But it was such a beautiful day when the Uber driver came again. See, my daughter didn't even know that the Uber driver that was coming for her was her father that she hasn't seen in 5 years. I did it a long time ago. I put aside all the foolishness and things that he and I went through for her, but at that time he was still on a journey, and we have to go our own way. We really do. And we're going to come back together again. If God see fit, it's going to happen. And lo and behold, it has. So beautiful. He is doing so well for himself. I'm so proud of him. We went to the zoo. We went out to eat. We laughed. We talked about the old times, about my second mother, his mother. I love her so much, Betty. And I always felt her with me. My daughter looks just like her. She looks just like her grandmother and acts just like her too. She just don't cuss like her. But I can tell you something about my mother, Betty. My dear mother. Oh, she loved the Lord. She couldn't get out to go to church anymore. So she would sit and have church right there in her room. Because, see, church is in the heart. Love is where you start. She taught me that. She taught me you ain't got to be in no church building. You ain't got to run to no church building. She sat right there on the side of her bed and praised the Lord. She had had a stroke, so she couldn't really get out much anymore. And she would sit there, and I would sit with her, and we would praise the Lord together. And then we would sit on the porch and laugh and talk so much that I did what the old folks say, and I marked my baby. My baby looked just like her, and she funny just like her. She make you laugh and keep you laughing. And that's all she ever did, just make you laugh. And it's just as sweet as she could be. And her granddaughter is just like her. And her granddaughter has grown to be a beautiful person. Is growing on her own and who she wants to be. And her dad saw that today for himself. And he was thrilled. He was over the moon. He was so happy. And I was so happy for him. It was like just unwrapping gifts all day long. That's what it felt like today. because every time it's just a burst of laughter, a burst of joy, a burst of energy. I mean, I really haven't seen my child. You know, she's been smiling here a lot lately, because she has a new friend. And she's been smiling a lot lately. And this today, seeing her dad and spending time with her dad, oh my goodness. At the zoo, and then we went out to eat. And she got to see where her funny side comes from, because she hadn't really got to spend time with her dad. He came to the basketball game back then, and that was pretty much it. I'll tell you something. Time waits for no one. It takes a village. We were riding by somewhere, and I just happened to look up. Because, see, God tell me when to look up. I didn't get to snap a picture of it, but I saw it. I looked up and saw a sign that said it takes a village. That's what the sign said. It takes a village. And I'm going to see if I can remember where that sign is, so I snap a picture of it. It's in town, sitting down in the ground. Says it takes a village. Homemade sign, very beautiful. And but it does, kings and queens. We need to put differences aside for the betterment of each other, really. Now see there goes something blossoming very beautiful. There go a father and his daughter, and they need to be together. I'm thankful that I was able to do that. I really am. I'm on a journey. And honey, as I take this journey, some days, I just grow with the flow, because some days I just don't know quite how to be, how to say it, but it's a whole lot to say. It's a whole lot to tell thee. I'm on a beautiful journey. We are on a journey over here, growing in God. And so many beautiful blessings have came along today. I seen a king rise. Her dad. He has came a long way. And so have I. To put everything aside for our child. Forget about the past. Forget about what we went through. Forget about that. That don't even matter. I told him that don't even mean nothing. We're growing forward. From this day forward, we're growing forward. For you, for your child, for the betterment of all of us. So, now our child can get to see her side of the family over there. God is so good, because love will find a way every day. Love will find a way. Love will find a way for me to record this podcast every day. Because I'm telling you something, honey, I'm growing for the gusto. You hear me? I'm growing to go and raring to go. It ain't going to be a day, not one single day, you hear me, that you won't hear from me. It has been a busy one today. It really has. One thing about our dad, he's so tall, you have to crane your neck to look up at him constantly when he's talking, and so you get tired of looking up. So, we was doing a lot of looking up today. But it was really, really, really nice. Beautiful. Just beautiful. It was. And that's what he said before she was born. When we found out we were having a girl, before she was born, he said told his mother her name was going to be Beautiful. Bootiful. When he would spell it, Mother Betty would fall out laughing every time he spelled it. And then when she came out, Mother Betty thought she was as beautiful as a bell and named her Belle. She just started calling her Belle. That was her name for her. Words Belle. Sow love, here we grow. And there they go. There they go, and there they grow. Glory be to God. I'm telling you, she had a smile on her face. She was beaming. And as she set the pace, I set the pace for her for 18 years. I set the pace. I bought the clothes. I bought the dresses. Then she got to a point about 13. She said, I don't want to wear any more dresses. I don't like dresses. I said, well, when you get 16, I'm going to have you a princess party. A beautiful prince. She was mortified. She said, no, you won't. I don't want a princess party. I'm like, why not? You're a prince, it's 16 party, 16 birthday party, sweet 16. Didn't want one. Was a good child. Never gave me no problems. But like I said, I set the pace. I bought the clothes. And when she got a little older, she began to buy her own clothes. But they wasn't frilly, tight. I never really remember her wearing shorts. And even when she did, they were long shorts. Like to her knees. She never really liked pink and lace and stuff like that. But, I liked it for her. Then she got to a point with a phase in life where she played in my makeup. She wore my clothes. She said those were the only clothes that she had to choose from were mine. So she dressed up in mine. Bring them up in love, and they shall not part. My daughter was brought up in all the love that I could give her. I showered her with love. I loved her so much, and still do. That's my pride and joy, my golden child. And you take a picture, in all her pictures, she glows. She just glows. She's just glowy. As I'm recording this podcast, well, what they don't know is what they will know. Grow. Love is the greatest power. And that's the one thing I taught my child was love. To love everyone for who they are and who they aim to be. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And that's exactly how she has grown up to be. A wonderful person that has taught me love and acceptance, has actually guided me with her wisdom. It's incredible what she has gifted me with over the last 18 years. To now be here in this moment in time where all the puzzle pieces have finally clicked. There is nothing that anyone could have said or done that would have made the outcome any different. Now that I realize there's nothing. No miss, hit, miss, none of that. It is all in the beautiful plan of God. No matter how much we don't want something or try not to have something, see, God knows. It is all in the beautiful plan of God. It's not my plan. It's not your plan. It's God's plan. As I was in that haunted house, dealing with those evil spirits, ghosts and demons, dealing with an evil husband. Godly spirits were also with me. And it got to a point, and I'm very serious when I tell you this, it had got to a point where I didn't know whether I was coming or going. And that was that day, because I told you I put my keys down, picked them up, put the shoes down, picked the shoes up, put the shoes on. I'm just doing so much. I didn't know whether I was coming or going because those spirits was in there acting up. I was in there by myself, getting ready to leave out. And I knew something was getting ready to happen. And that's when the TV went down and I could hear him at the top of the steps doing this. And honey, when I heard that, I ran out of there screaming. You hear me? And so it had got to a point where it was like God had to show up. Because see, I was going through something over there. I had walked around to the mental hospital and stood in front of it and looked at it and was about to go walk in because I thought I was going crazy. This man was picking fights with me all the time. And when I finally changed and started growing, he said, yeah, you don't do such and such, but you used to. And you remember such and such. See, Jack, you think I'm stupid. See, you think I'm stupid, Jack, but I ain't stupid. See, just to get it started. Who do that? Where they do that at? What are you trying to do to me? I'm already over here dealing with something in this house and you don't even want to hear about it. I can't even tell you what's going on in this house. You won't even listen to me. Because you part of it. But see, the difference is, he knew what he was doing. Out to destroy someone. To lift themselves. That's narcissism. And to out the behavior, it's got to start somewhere. And the buck stops here. It stops right here. That buck, narcissism and child abuse. Those two bucks stop here. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Love. There grow the word. The word ain't what you heard. The word ain't Thunderbird. The word is love. Now look, let me tell you something also. As we grow, I'm just one person. And, when you live in it, you believe it, you profess it from 1 to 8 billion, from 1 to 8 billion, from 1 to 8 billion, here we grow. Okay, so I put out there grow. Grow is out there. Okay, grow is out there. From 1 to 8 billion, we on the way. Sow Love, here we grow for a better way. I'm just one person. I got a school in Kenya. A firefighter over there who he's the one I've been working with for the past 2 years. We together in on the school and we holding it down. We doing the thing. We doing the godly thing. You hear me? Keepers of the dream. But we need some help. And so I'm gonna tell you something. Faith without works is dead. And where you see a need, sow a seed. And I'm asking if you would sow a seed into grow to help us lift the oppressed for tomorrow. And that's all over the world. Now guess what? As we grow, we have just developed a new God-given. He came from God. Ambassador in beloved Pakistan. Victor Sharif, Grow Ambassador for God to Pakistan. There will be Grow Ambassadors for every country, every state, every city, every neighborhood, every street, every neighbor, everyone from 1 to 8 billion will be a Grow Ambassador. A Grow Ambassador for God to the world. You are grown. You are greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. You are the parable of the sower. God bless the Uber driver. May you live long and happy with your son. My son is my daughter. My last child has came out to me to be transgender. Sow love, we grow. I love my child. And unbeknownst to me at the time, but she revealed to me that while we were in that haunted house and the evil spirits were dealing with me and speaking to me, there were also godly spirits that were speaking to me. And as the evil was up there influencing her, the godly spirits were also talking to her and influencing her. They grabbed her attention to take her mind off the evil in which we were dealing, so that we were both able to grow. And my child has came out and informed me it's okay to out her to the world. So she is now he. And the name that she chose to be, and she didn't know this until I told her, but she chose the name Mason. His name is Mason. Mason is a godly person. We are all godly. Now we just gotta get with the get right and grow. Love is the greatest power. Love will conquer if you just believe. I love my child beyond belief. Whomever my child chooses to be. No one told me who to love. And who am I, or who are we, to tell anyone else who to love? God is the judge. Isn't that what I've been saying all along? Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love my baby. That's my heart. That's how it's going to always be. And her father is just as loving and accepting. And he is so happy, over the moon, to have his child in his life. So love, here we grow. Putting aside differences, putting aside yesterday. Yesterday is a memory. We grow for tomorrow today. In love. God is love. Grow. God bless you.